The Carterville Lions are on the air. News Radio WJPF is proud.
Sounds so good when everything works right.
Yeah. Athletics all season long. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the SIU Credit Union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702.
Yeah, mute those.
Oh, I don't care as long as you know.
Hospital for Animals. First Southern Bank. Also helping to make this broadcast possible, Rickett Pledge and Burke Funeral Home, John A. Logan College, Rise Performance, Banterra Bank, Shawnee Health, the City of Carterville. Also supporting this broadcast,
I'll get this intro changed too.
Steve and Rich's Barber Styling, Malone's Early Learning Center, Polarwood, and the Bank of Heron. It's time for the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF. Here's Keenan Clark and the voice of the Lions, Dave McKenzie.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Trico High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan are joining you here this evening as we're getting you set for Carterville Lions basketball. John Homan, Carterville played Saturday night, first game of the season, and my first impression of this team was they played a pretty good ball game.
Well, they really did. They shot the ball well. They played outstanding defense, and when you do both of those things, it usually adds up to a victory. And that's what happened in quite easy fashion. The Lions pulled away and won comfortably in the second half, but it all started with the defensive effort in the first half.
Absolutely, and who sets the table defensively for this Lions team? Alex Kimbrough and Caden Wilson.
Absolutely do.
And Parker Poole, let's throw him in there too.
Well, yeah, but your guards, generally speaking, they pressure the backcourt and make it hard for the other team's ball handlers to set up the offense. And when you have excellent defense, and Colton Hawkins doesn't maybe have quite the quickness of those other two, but he has excellent instincts, and he gets his hand. He's long arms. He gets his hands on a lot of passes and deflections and gets runouts on the other end.
Yeah, he does, and he's always heads up. Always seems like he's ahead of the play in his thinking, in how he processes the game. Like the game slows down for him, and he's very good. And then that's inherited. That comes from his papa, and all his brothers were the same way too.
Yeah,
so the Carterville coming in, they've got the one win, and then Steeleville and Coach Aaron Feeney, they got their win in the opening game. Now, these two teams played a year ago, and Carterville beat Steeleville 69-56. Steeleville won over Redbud on Monday night, 64-61, and Coach Feeney, they're a perennial conference champion in the Cahokia Conference. I think they've won 8 of the last 9 conferences in the Cascade division of the Cahokia Conference. They're a tough ball team.
Well, they certainly, judging by the score of Monday night, they look like they're going to be a tough team. And they had 2 years ago, the Warriors went on to state and finished fourth place and lost to a private school in the semifinals. Don't get me started on that too much. But anyway, look like they're going to be very formidable this year. But it's still 1A versus 2A, and you're talking about a good 1A versus what could be a very good 2A in Carterville. And I think Carterville has the edge going into the game tonight.
Absolutely. Of course, Carterville has won. We haven't got into conference play yet. This is the opening tournament, opening games for this Lions team and Coach Shane Hawkins, but back-to-back conference championships 2 years ago on the Mississippi side, last year the Ohio side. You got the strength of the conference schedule for Steeleville. Last year they finished 17-15 overall. They were 9-1 in that Kaskaskia division of the Cahokia Conference. Carterville, a 20-win team, only had 12 losses, got beat by the Benton Rangers to get knocked out of the regionals, and I'm very optimistic with what I saw in that first game on Saturday night for this team.
Well, you like the athleticism,
Very much so.
And Carterville's not a huge team, but certainly Parker Poole gives them a little bit of size in the middle at 6'4", and they're very athletic. And if you shoot well, with that athleticism to go with on the defensive side, you can play with a lot of teams. And so I think Carterville, we talked about this in the pregame, I think Carterville will definitely be in the hunt to perhaps repeat as conference champion. You got to throw in Tarrant and you have to throw in Murfreesboro. Those are probably the 3 top teams in the Ohio to start the season.
This tournament started on Saturday night. There were 2 games. Of course, Carterville beat Jabot, a 30-point win, 68-38. That nightcap game, it was Redbud beating Trico, the host school, 44-42. Teams came back and played on Monday night. The 6 o'clock game featured Steeleville taking care of Redbud, 64-41. The nightcap saw Jabot beat Trico in overtime, 46-42. And then we just saw Jabot hold off Redbud. Jabot was down by 7 points?
No, they were down 10 going in the fourth quarter.
And they wound up winning 52-51 in the game that just wrapped up. And we're getting set for Carterville Lions basketball as they are preparing to take on the Warriors of Steeleville. We're going to go on and take our first break here on a pregame show. And when we come back, you're going to hear from the head coach of the Carterville Lions, Shane Hawkins. I talked with him a little bit ago. We'll continue. It is our pregame show, getting you set for Carterville Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki product?
So go 60, and then the interview, and then 60, and back to us.
Okay. More than 55,000 ATMs.
We still sound okay?
Oh yeah, you sound great.
Awesome.
Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702 represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
In your first game of the season, I liked what I saw. You went back and looked at the tape. What was your thoughts after the fact?
Kind of what we thought going in. We did a lot of good things. I thought we were very good pushing the ball down the floor. I thought we were really good in transition. I thought our ball pressure was pretty good. We got hung up defensively a couple times in some screen stuff that we didn't see coming, and we didn't help. And we had a couple possessions where we gave them 2 and 3 opportunities at it because we didn't rebound. But for the first game, that's what we needed. We needed a game to play, and then have some stuff to show them to work on. And we were able to do that. We had a pretty good Monday was us. Practice was for us, and Tuesday was us, and a little bit of Steeleville in preparation. And I hope that our execution's better at half court offense. I thought we were pretty good in transition, but I think we executed our stuff very well. And we say that we scored 68 points. But I think we weren't crisp, we weren't sharp. We screwed up a couple sets. So hopefully, with a couple more days of practice, hopefully that the number of mistakes goes down a little bit. With the understanding this is game 2. You're going to play 4 games in 7 days, and it's not a whole lot of practice time. So you just hope that you get better in game work. And then maybe get to practice a couple days next week.
I really liked the pressure defense the other night. I thought, for the most part, it was pretty good the entire game.
It was, and we've got athletes, and we have to use our athletes. We've got some guys who can go guard the ball, and it's not just 1 or 2 of them. I think Alex and Caden Wilson do a really good job, but Logan Egan can go guard the ball, and Matty Scully can go guard the ball when we come off the bench, and Zach Snow can go guard the ball, or Johnny Miller can go guard the ball, Jaden Wilson can go guard the ball. So we have a handful of guys who can go and guard the ball and maybe wear somebody out, or at least keep the ball out of whoever they want to have, and keep the ball out of their hands and make someone else initiate the offense, and see if that second guard can run the offense as good as the point guard or the lead guard.
Going against this Steeleville team, well coached, Coach Feeney, one of the top coaches around. Your thoughts going into tonight?
Yeah, they're going to play really, really hard. I thought, they kind of play in. I saw on Monday night they play in chaos a little bit. He's got Ruby's really good. But then he plays a lot of guys, and they try to play fast, and they play up tempo, and he subs a lot. And we're going to have to stay true to kind of our defensive principles. And just because they play so many guys, we can't prepare for 12 or 13 guys like they played the other night. We have to do a good job on Ruby, and then just be solid on the rest, and not get caught up in the chaos. They'll get it off the glass, and they'll throw some baseball passes down the floor and go shoot layups. So we have to get back, and we have to make them play against our defense, whether that's full court defense or half court defense.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride?
Did that stop there?
I don't know why it just stopped right there.
Okay. That's all good. We got most of it. I only had one more question, I think.
55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by the Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Welcome back to Trico High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan alongside as we're getting you set for Carterville Lions basketball, getting ready to take on the Steeleville Warriors here at the Trico Invitational. Carterville, they won their game on Saturday night over Jabot, 68-38, a 30-point win. A game, John, in which the Lions shot outstanding. When you look at the point totals, you had two players with 13 on the night in Parker Poole and in Caden Wilson. We saw Jaden Wilson come off the bench in about 2 minutes, hit 3 threes in a row. You had 7 from Alex Kimbrough, 7 from Logan Engel, 9 from Colton Hawkins, 6 from Zach Snow, 4 from Maddox Gully. Pretty all-around good offensive performance. The Lions shot 18 of 27 from the field for 66.7%. That from three-point land, they were 41%, 7 for 17, had 15 turnovers, and for game one, I thought that was a pretty good performance.
Yeah, it was a solid effort all the way around, and all you can do is hope that you repeat that or even do better. I don't think you have to worry about the defensive intensity very much. You have to hope that your shooting eye is sharp most nights, and I think that this might be, we talked about this also in the pregame before we got on the air. That is, as silly as it may sound, this could be for the championship right here, because Steeleville handled Redbud on Monday night. Redbud just got beat by Jabot.
Yep.
Carterville handled Jabot. Trico's lost both games of the tournament. I think the winner of this game right here likely wins the tournament.
I think it's highly likely, this is gonna be a battle now. Shane, you heard Coach Shane Hawkins talk about that he likes the fact that they were able to the last couple of days. Monday he said they were able to focus on themselves in practice, and then yesterday they had the tape that they could go through. They could show the guys where they need to improve over that first game. And we'll see what kind of adjustments the coaches make and the adjustments that the players make in tonight's game.
I don't know how many adjustments they're going to try to make after they played so well the other night.
Yeah.
I guess there's always some fine-tuning that you can do. You're going to find mistakes if you look for them, but overall, mistakes are going to happen in the game no matter how long you play the game. They're just going to happen. You can't be flawless night in and night out. And I think that very few times will you see a team come out and play as well as Carterville did in its first game. Now, part of that's against the caliber of competition, maybe, and so we shall see against a better team in Steeleville.
Both teams are out on the floor going through their final shoot-around here before We have the tip-off here in about 2 minutes. We're going to go on and take our final break here on our Bank of Heron pregame show. And when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off as the Carterville Lions preparing to take on the Steeleville Warriors here at the Trico Invitational in Trico. We'll be back in 90 seconds on NewsRadio WJPF.
Local 702 represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated, full-service funeral home, serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs
right now?
and special
Yes.
Saluki offers
Okay.
is a perk, knowing that my transactions go
Hey,
towards
keep
supporting
it.
SIU.
They're going to the anthem. Just keep it.
Banterra is the
They're going to the
bank you
anthem.
want as a partner.
Okay.
Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25 and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at siucu.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
The seasons are changing and it's getting colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer, committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
John A. Logan College is proud to support
Okay,
area
you can bring him back
high
after this.
school and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Students can get a jump start on their college careers while saving money. After high school, students can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
Welcome back, everybody. Dave McKenzie and John Homan here with you tonight, getting you set for the Carterville Lions as they're getting ready to take on the Steeleville Warriors here at the Trico Invitational. The starters are being announced for the Carterville Lions. They're going to be the visiting team here this evening. You have Caden Wilson, the 5'10 junior, Colton Hawkins, the 6'4 junior, Parker Poole, the 6'4 senior, and then Maddox Gully, the 5'9 sophomore, and Alex Kimbrough, the 6' senior. The starters for Coach Shane Hawkins: Kimbrough, Wilson, Hawkins, Poole, and Gully, as the Carterville cheerleaders perform their welcome cheer for the crowd here at Trico High School. And Coach Sharon Feeney and the Steeleville Warriors getting ready to be announced here at the high school. Nice crowd for Steeleville, of course, because they're just a couple of miles up the road, but the starters for Coach Aaron Feeney aren't being announced. For Coach Feeney, the starters are going to be the 6' senior, number 22, Cale Newby. The 6'3" senior, number 23, Cannon Ruby. The 6' senior, number 24, Tyler Ingalls. The 6' junior, number 33, Nate Whithoff. And finally, the 6'4" senior, Hayden Sternberg. So for Coach Aaron Feeney, it'll be Newby, Ruby, Ingalls, Whithoff, and Sternberg, the starting five here this evening. Size-wise, looks like a pretty even matchup for these two teams, John Homan.
Yeah, I think so. And just a matter of who's ready to play the most tonight, who's really got their hot hand going, and we'll see what the Lions can match that defensive intensity from the other night.
Here come the Lions out of their huddle with Coach Shane Hawkins. Warriors are on the floor waiting for him. Handshake between the two centers in Hayden Sternberg and Parker Poole. We're glad to have you here on News Radio WJPF. And you can go to YouTube tonight, watch the stream there as well. Officials are ready. The ball is in the air. The tip is controlled by the Steeleville Warriors. They're moving left to right on your radio dial in their home white uniforms here this evening as they work it across the top of the key. It winds up with Sternberg down low. They kick it to the corner, and a three put up, no good, from Tyler Ingalls. And the rebound is put back and good for the Warriors. That's Cannon Ruby that gets the first bucket of the game.
Got a cheapie there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Here come the Lions. Out on the right wing. Caden Wilson holds. Dribbles with the left hand, wings it up top to Maddox Gully. Kicks it to the corner. Kimbrough has it. He reverses, finds Gully in the corner and left. Gully to the rack. Runner, no good with the right hand, and the rebound is grabbed by Cale Newby for the Warriors. Into the front court to the hole, and a reach-in foul before the shot is going to be called on Colton Hawkins. And that was a good drive by Cannon Ruby to get past Hawkins. He had no choice but to reach out. Warriors basketball, baseline right. They lob it in, and the ball's stolen away. First turnover of the game on the Warriors. Kimbrough to the low block. Dishes it out to Parker Poole. Poole inside the arc, back to Kimbrough. He's up high. Back to Poole. He's going to launch a three, high arc or air ball over the top, and the Warriors get it. Into the front court. Here comes Ruby. Ruby slows the pace, works it to the right side. Newby has it. Cale has Wilson on him. Turn around. They feed it down low and off the glass. It's Cannon Ruby. He's got both of the field goals for the Warriors. They're up 4-0, 6.5 remaining. Lions into the front court. That's Hawkins. Now to Parker Poole. He's outside the arc, takes it to the free throw line, dishes it over to Hawkins out on the left wing. Hawk dribbles in, jab steps, has the ball stolen. Each team with one turnover, and a foul. Number 2 is going to be called on Colton Hawkins, and you don't want that.
No, that was a frustration foul there after turning the ball over.
So Shane Hawkins, the head coach and the pop of the one with 2 fouls on it, goes and sets down, puts his elbows on his knees, and now he crosses his arm on the bench. He's going to stay with it, and Parker Poole picked up a foul. Seemed like that was a quick whistle, but that's 3 quick fouls on the Lions here. Just a minute 45 into this first quarter. Warriors ball. They get it in to Ruby, and he threw the ball away. Turnover number 2 on Steeleville. Gives it back to the Carterville Lions. Maddox Gully takes the inbound pass, steps across the timeline. They work it to the left side. Kimbrough, ball over his head. Now he dribbles into the paint, pulls up, slid, put it off the glass, the bucket, and the foul.
Big bucket there.
That was a big bucket by Alex Kimbrough. And the foul on Steeleville is going to be on Cale Newby. And Kimbrough Bucket counts, has the free throw line for the N1. It's a 4-2 ball game here, 6:04 on the clock, and Kimbrough's free throw is good. Makes it a 4-3 game. So here come the Warriors. Hawkins has the point, and Colton Hawkins just picked up foul number 3.
You just can't do that.
And so that's going to bring Zach Snow quickly off the bench. And Colton Hawkins, he'll be setting for the rest of the half.
More than likely.
Towel over his head. Steeleville basketball. They throw it in to Cannon Ruby in the backcourt. Ruby, the 6-foot senior, the ball slapped out of bounds. They say it was off of Carterville. That was Maddox Gully that reached in. So Ruby comes here to the near side. And he gets it in to Sternberg. Sternberg has Parker Poole on him. Back to Ruby. Ruby with the left-hand dribble. Reverses, brings it here on the near side to Ingles. Ingles with Snow on him. Jab steps in, finds Sternberg, and another foul. Oh, no, there's a travel.
Yeah. Third one.
On Sternberg. And so Carterville, their first opportunity to take the lead here.
Well, 5 possessions and 3 turnovers in 5 possessions for the Carterville defense.
That's their strong suit, it seems. Kimbrough hung in the air, gets the bump foul, and that's going to be on Hayden Sternberg. I love how Alex Kimbrough is playing. Sternberg picks up his first, second team foul on the Warriors, and Kimbrough at the line shooting free throws. He misses the first.
Well, Kimbrough does as good a job as anybody as using his body as a shield. He'll get his right arm up and shoot with the left hand. Does a good job.
Alex hits the second free throw. He's got all 4 of the Lions game, and that the Lions points. That ties up this game. 5:27 on this first quarter clock. Coming into the front court, Ingles to the right side to Newby. Newby gets it to Cannon Ruby. Now they have it back over on the left wing. Top of the key it goes to Whithoff. Now Ruby reverses, has the ball slapped from behind as Caden Wilson was able to slap that out of bounds. It's going to be on the baseline here just below us at Trico High School. We're kind of parked up in the corner from our location. Steeleville subs out 3. You heard Shane Hawkins talk about that Coach Aaron Feeney, he likes to play a lot of players. We'll pick up the new ones as we go along here. They try to trigger. They do. The runner in the right-hand shot, no good from Trenton Ingles, and the Lions get the rebound. Into the front court. Parker Poole crosses over, hangs in the air, and gets the bucket to go. Parker, who had 13 on Saturday night, has his first field goal. Lions have their first lead. It's 6-4. And the foul is going to be called on Maddox Gully as he upended the Warriors player in Tyler Ingles. And the officials say that he was in the act of shooting.
Interesting.
So it's going to put Ingles, the 6-foot senior, at the line, shooting 2. And the first one a little bit short. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702, proud supporter of Carterville Lions sports. IBEW Local 702, dedicated to providing a better lifestyle for members, better life for all. Tyler Ingles, the second free throw, is good. He's in the scorebook. 6-5, Lions the 1-point lead and the ball. They break the press. Nice feed over to Caden Wilson. Misses the jumper, and the Warriors come away with it. Cannon Ruby has it. Takes it to the hole. The runner with the right hand bounces off the rim. No good. Maddox Gully gets the board for the Lions. End to end. Off the glass. It rims off. Battle for the rebound. Kimbrough gets it, and Alex Kimbrough gets fouled. Good hard work on the glass, as I believe Trenton Ingles just picked up the foul. That's the first on Ingles' third team foul. And the ball's going to stay with the Lions. Gully triggers in, finds Snow in step 3, air ball. That's a third air ball by the Lions here. Early on, it goes out of bounds And it's going to belong to the Warriors. Turnover on Carterville. 6-5 is our score, 4:15. Carterville's Parker Poole steals it. Fourth turnover on the Warriors. Snow's three. Off the iron, no good. Poole the rebound, and the ball slapped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Carterville. Parker Poole coming alive here in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, he's very active inside the paint, as is Kimbrough, and I like the fact that the young man, Snow, took that second three after shooting an air ball right before. That shows he has confidence in himself. He didn't knock down that second one, but he looked much better, and I think that he'll be fine. But you have to have confidence if you're a shooter, and it looks like he does.
Logan Ingold checks into the game for Shane Hawkins, replacing Alex Kimbrough. Lions trigger in. They get it to Caden Wilson. Caden up top. Takes it to the paint. Pull-up jumper from the elbow off the front of the iron. No good. Poole slapped the ball. It goes out of bounds. And it's going to belong to the Steeleville Warriors. 4 minutes exactly remaining here in the first quarter. 6-5 our score. Lions the 1-point lead. Warriors with the basketball into the front court. Over top of the key, driving into the paint. Shot blocked by Poole, and the putback no good. And Snow gets the rebound. The outlet pass intended for Maddox Gully off the hands of Gully, and the turnover is going to get it back to Steeleville.
Got a little bit too big of a hurry there, and the pass wasn't on the money and deflected out of bounds.
So out on the far sideline, it's going to be Cale Newby that triggers in, and he gets it to Cannon Ruby. Ruby brings it across the timeline, hands it off to Parker Feeney, who's into the game now, the son of Coach Aaron Feeney. Ball slapped by Zach Snow, goes out of bounds. Good. I like how Carterville fills the passing lanes. They're able to get a hand on a pass, deflect a pass, and they've done that a couple of times as we have a timeout on the floor here at the 3:35 mark. Lions have a 6-5 lead with 3:35 remaining. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
The seasons are changing and it's getting colder. And your heating system just quit. Last week your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer. Committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville. Couple of upcoming holiday events. The lighted Christmas parade is coming up this Friday at 6:30. The parade route is Division Street to First Baptist Church. And then don't forget, next Saturday is Christmas in downtown Christmas in Carterville from 5 until 8. Go to visitcarterville.com for more details. And the city of Carterville says, let's go Lions. Steeleville with the ball coming out of the timeout. Here on the near side, Parker Feeney. Now up top, it goes to Carson Rednauer. To Feeney here on the right wing. Poole on him. Gets the screen from Ruby. Now they take it to the left side. As it's Rednauer. Bounce pass down low to Ruby. Ruby feeds the cutter, and the bucket is good from Parker Feeney. And Steeleville has the 1-point lead, 7-6, 2:50 here in the first quarter. Backdoor feed, high, low. Maddox Gully finishes on the assist from Caden Wilson. Gully had 4 in that game on Saturday night. Lions back up 1, 8-7, 2.5 remaining here in the first quarter. Here on the right wing, Parker Feeney with Gully on him defensively. Bounce pass here to Rednauer. Rednauer cut off nicely by Caden Wilson. Back to Feeney. Parker, the left-hand dribble across the top toward the logo. Over to the left wing. That is where Whithoff takes over, and a blocking foul going to be called on Caden Wilson. Just a step late. Wilson picks up the foul, but it's going to put Steeleville at the line, and they're going to be shooting 2, as that is the 5th foul here on the Lions in this first quarter. 2 coming to Nate Whithoff, the 6-foot junior. First free throw rims out, no good. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. Men, women, and children, they offer cuts, styling, and perming, and walk-ins are welcome. Go right there on South Division Street in Carterville. It's Stephen Rich's Barber Stylings.
I believe the Lions have 16 fouls. Shows 3 on the board, plus the 3 of
Hawkins.
Hawkins should be 6, I believe.
The second free throw
That's what I have.
From Whithoff.
Isn't that right?
I've got 5.
Okay.
Outlet pass, taking it to the hole, bounce pass, the Poole gets the bucket and the foul. What a feed from Logan Engel to Poole, back door. And the foul on the Warriors. They haven't posted it yet. But Parker Poole going for the N1, hits the free throw. 5 in the game for Parker. Lions have a 2-point lead. It is 10-8. 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Coming across the midcourt, Rednauer. Top of the key, spins on Wilson. Bounce pass for Sternberg. Sternberg is fouled. Parker Poole just picked up foul number 2.
2 on him, yeah.
Sternberg is the 6'4 senior, looking to pick up his first point.
If the Lions have any deficiency, it's the fact that there's not a lot of depth in the post.
No, I agree. Sternberg hits the first. So Zach Snow comes in to give Parker Poole a breather. Parker playing with 2 fouls. So Poole with 2, Colton Hawkins with 3. Second free throw is good from Sternberg. Pulled the Warriors to within 1. Lions the ball and a 1-point lead, 11-10. Gully, right side, Ingles 3 off the iron, no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Carson Rednauer. Lions pick up the pressure and a foul on Caden Wilson. That's going to be foul number 2 on Wilson. So foul trouble for the Lions. 2 on Wilson, 2 on Poole, 3 on Colton Hawkins here in the first 6.5 minutes of this game.
And pretty obvious fouls for the most part.
Yeah, can't argue with any of them. So Mason Hill, the 5'9 junior for Steeleville, comes to the strike. Left-hander dribbles once, twice. Ball is in the air and it rims out. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Rib. Come taste the legend in Carterville, or in Energy rather. Offering the car hop, 618-988-9210. Call ahead, they'll have your food ready when you get there. That's at Polar Whip in Energy. Reach in foul on Hayden Sternberg. That's going to be, second on Sternberg.
He's the only one in foul trouble for Steeleville at this point.
That is the 5th team foul. So going to the line for the Lions, Zach Snow. Snow had 6 points in the win over Jabot on Saturday night. Zach, first free throw was good. The 6-foot sophomore, Maddox Gully, comes out of the game. And into the game is going to be Jaden Wilson replacing Maddox Gully. Zach Snow, second free throw is good. Lions back up 3, 13-10, a minute 25 here in the first quarter. Into the front court. Pass thrown into the second row.
Wow, that was airmailed, wasn't it?
That's the 5th turnover on the Warriors. Carterville a chance to extend his 3-point lead. Jaden Hawkins, who had 9 in the game against Chabot, and it was back-to-back trays from the right corner. Bounces it down low to Kimbrough. Fights his way off the glass. Gets bucket and fouled. Again, Alex Kimbrough using his size to back his way in, uses the glass, and another opportunity at a 3-point play.
Just an outstanding shield is what he is. He just knows how to protect and find a way to get his shot off against bigger players. Very smooth. They haven't put that foul up there either on the board, I don't think.
No, they haven't. So Alex Kimbrough, who's got 6, misses the free throw. Lions have the 5-point lead with 62 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Driving.
Foul him again.
Cannon Ruby gets fouled, and that one is going to be on Johnny Miller, who just came into the game.
Yeah.
Johnny, the 5'10 sophomore, fouls Cannon Ruby, 6'3 senior. Ruby was part of that team 2 years ago that went to
yes, he was.
State tournament.
State tournament, yeah.
Misses the first free throw. Checking out the game is going to be Carson Rednauer coming back on the floor. Trenton Ingalls for Coach Aaron Feeney. Ruby's second free throw is good. 5 in the game for Ruby. 57 seconds left. Carterville has the ball in the 4-point lead. Jaden Wilson to Ingalls. Ingalls just off the elbow, backs it up. Now to Snow. Snow into the paint. Got pushed from behind. No call.
Wow.
Back to Snow. Looked inside. Ingalls has it out on the right wing. Back to Snow. Right of the circle. Left side. Ball tipped. Goes into the backcourt. Carterville comes away with it. Snow has it now. Feeds the high post. That's Kimbrough trying to get down low to the block. Pulls up the dribble. Needs some help. Gets it from Johnny Miller. Now it's straight away Jaden Wilson. His 3 no good. Tipped around. Carterville basketball. Down on the low block. The ball's on the floor. Diving after it. Going out of bounds. The ball turnover is going to give it back to the Steeleville Warriors with 18 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Good ball game so far. 15-11. Length of the floor to go for the Warriors. Triggering in. Connor Brown from the baseline. Gets it in. Ball slapped out of bounds. Good defense again by Alex Kimbrough.
He can be a little bit aggressive. He hadn't picked up a personal foul.
Carterville picks up the pressure in the backcourt. Outlet pass to Cannon Ruby. He gets fouled, and Zach Snow got Cannon Ruby on the way to the glass.
Yep.
And Ruby with a chance at the 3-point play.
Not a good foul there at all.
So Cannon Ruby, who's got 5 in the game, or excuse me, 7 in the game after that bucket. And a chance to bring the Warriors to within 1 here. 12.4 seconds showing on the clock. Ruby's free throw no good. Rebound controlled by Jaden Wilson for Carterville. Outlet pass to Ingle. Logan backs it up. Out on the right wing, top of the key, pass picked off. Turnover number 5 for the Lions. Falling, Cannon Ruby can't get a shot, and that ends the first quarter. And Carterville leads Steeleville 15-13 as we head to the second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Welcome back to Trico High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan into the first quarter. Lions have a 2-point lead. It's 15-13.
Not a great quarter for the Lions. They thankfully have the lead, but over-aggressive on defense, too many fouls, and not shooting the ball well yet.
Each team with 5 turnovers in the first quarter. Lions have the ball to start play here in the second. Jaden Wilson on the floor. That's his brother, Johnny Miller. Now, over to the right side, Kimbrough lost the handle. It was off of Alex Kimbrough, and the Lions just picked up their 6th turnover of the game. Steeleville basketball. Taking the inbound pass, Tyler Ingalls. Ingalls drives in against Johnny Miller. Ball out of bounds. They're going to stay. It was off of Logan Ingle. It's going to stay with the Warriors. They get it into Sternberg. Back to Connor Ruby. Ruby dishes it out to Ingalls. Bounce pass intended for Sternberg, out of bounds. So a turnover on the Warriors, going to give it back to the Lions. Carterville's got to get it in. They do quickly. Finally, Harper Lustenberger on the floor for Shane Hawkins. He takes the inbound pass, but the Warriors steal the ball from the Lions. Here they come to the hole off the glass. The runner no good from Nate Whithoff, and the Lions get the rebound. Kimbrough takes it himself into the front court to Logan Ingle. Ingle back to the corner right. Kimbrough thought about the three, to the low block, pulls up, dishes it right side. That's Lustenberger for three, short, and the Warriors get the rebound. Outlet pass to Whithoff, pulls up, turnaround jumper, no good. Lions, Kimbrough gets the board. So Carterville's doing a good job on the glass.
Absolutely, and we should also credit Steeleville's defense. We talked about how good Carterville's D is. Yeah. Steeleville's defense been very good too.
Yes, it has been. Pretty even ball game. 15-13, Lions the 2-point lead with the ball. 6.5 to play till halftime. Dave McKenzie, John Homan from Trico. Kimbrough on the low block. Turn around with the left hand, good for Alex Kimbrough. 8 in the game for Alex.
He's been solid, hasn't
he? Yes, he has. Steeleville, left wing three, put up and buried. Tyler Ingalls pops it from the left wing, the first three-pointer of the game. And that pulls Steeleville to within 1 point again. Lions up 17-16. Jaden Wilson gets the call from Shane Hawkins. Between the leg dribble on the right wing. Behind the back, top of the key, crosses over. Inside to Art, jabs in. Now, that is Ingle. Ingle to the free throw line. Dodges the defender. Good move. Up and under for Logan Ingle. He got the space off the defender, kisses the glass, and we have a timeout that's called by Coach Aaron Feeney at 5:35 here in the second quarter. Lions have a 3-point lead. It's 19-16, back in 60 here on News Radio WJPF.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your
That was a good move.
Definitely was.
A craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Back here at Trico High School, Dave McKenzie and John Homan coming out of the timeout. Lions up 3, 19-16. Steeleville ball, and a foul is called.
Offensive.
Yep. And it's going to be against 24. That's going to be Tyler Ingalls. The first on Ingalls.
Got Ingle and Ingalls.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, got to really stay on top
and
of it.
And a couple of Ingalls on that squad.
Exactly.
So Carterville's basketball. Here's Lustenberger. That is Harper on the floor for the Lions. 3 from the corner, air ball, 4th air ball of the game for the Lions. And the foul is going to be called on Carterville. And I think it's going to be Max Lustenberger that just picked up his first foul. Number 24. 19-16 is our score. I understand our live stream is not working. And if you're listening, I'm recording it. There'll be a backup copy of this posted on YouTube later tonight. The good Lord here in Trico does not have AT&T service, John Homan. He's a Verizon customer.
That makes it a little bit more difficult, doesn't it?
Since we're in God's country here in Randolph, Jackson County, a travel, turning the ball over, giving it back to the Carterville Lions.
I had that turnover number 8 by my count here for Steeleville, so
that's probably correct. I'll make the adjustment. Bounce pass to Kimbrough. Spin move. Gets the defender. And they're going to call a charge on Kimbrough.
Ooh. Very minimal contact.
And the turnover.
Coach Hawkins doesn't like that call at all.
I understood. And he's barking about it over there.
Yes, he is.
4.5 remaining. The turnover. That's the 8th on the Lions. And a reach-in foul on Carterville. Now, I think that may be on Logan Engel. It is. That's going to be the first on Logan.
I can't help but say this, Dave. Twice I've seen Steeleville players reach out and pull up Carterville players during the game.
Yep.
Excellent sportsmanship by those young men. Yeah. I want to point that out when I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's always so quick to point out the bad, and
absolutely
we tend to gloss over the good when we see it. So the two officials came together, made the decision it's going to stay with Steeleville after the ball went out of bounds. And they're here on the baseline right. They get it in to the left corner. Now they wing it up top. That's Cannon Ruby. Ruby has Kimbrough on him, drives in, tried to shoot, lost the handle, put back, it rolls out from Sternberg, and he misses the putback again. Lions get it into the front court. Here comes Max Lustenberger. Kimbrough takes control to the corner left. Whips it up top, now right side. Now it is Max Lustenberger. Got bumped, throws it at the rim, and the foul is going to be called on Steeleville. And that is going to be I think it was on Trenton Ingalls.
It's
yes, it is. In Trenton.
Yeah.
And so that's going to put Max Lustenberger shooting free throws, and the first one rims out. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing. Since 1975, full-service garage and towing. If you need a tow, get locked out of your car, call Campbell Brothers, 618-942-4875. Thank you to all of our boosters here for sponsoring Lions basketball. Second free throw from Max Lustenberger's got the touch, gets that to go. Max just scored his first varsity basketball point. 3:35 here in the half, and Steeleville having problems getting the ball, diving on the floor, Max Lustenberger, and that should have been...
Oh, they called a timeout.
They called
him a run out.
Yes, it did, as Aaron Feeney.
Oh, my goodness.
But they were close to a 10-second call as well because there was no real possession in the backcourt.
Well, I guess that's true.
And so we'll keep it here, but...
interesting.
Because I was kind of ticking off 10 seconds in my head, and I was thinking... There was a battle. The ball was loose. Battle was loose. Max Lustenberg diving on the floor, and Coach Aaron Feeney wasn't going to chance it, so he called the quick timeout.
Yeah, you have to love the hustle and the effort. Giving up your body, going for the loose ball on the floor like that, and credit Max Lustenberg for doing that. And Lions enjoying a 4-point lead. Not a smoothly played game at this point, but. The Lions are doing well enough for now.
One thing about Southern Illinois, we like our floor burn you, don't we?
Absolutely.
It's kind of ingrained into us here. So coming out of the timeout, 3:20 remaining. Lions have the 4-point lead, 20-16. Each of these teams 1-1 on the season. The runner by McKenzie Ruby, and a charge is called on Ruby as he ran over the top of Alex Kimbrough. Alex Kimbrough, Superman, he does it all. plays good defense, can score, and he stood in there and took the block.
Boy, he has just played a heck of a half, let me tell you.
It's the first foul on Ruby. So Carterville looking to extend this 3-point lead here. 3:13 till halftime. Jaden Wilson tried the left-hand runner, no good. Kimbrough grabbed the air ball, gets fouled, and Alex Kimbrough can go to the line once again. It's going to be the 4th team foul as the foul is on Nate Whithoff. It's going to be the first on Whithoff, and Alex Kimbrough, who's got 8 first half points, banks that one off the glass. I'm sure he called it.
I'm sure he did.
So 9 in the game for Alex. That one was way off the mark, and the Warriors get the board. Coming into the front court, here's Whithoff. Crosses up on Harper Lustenberger. Whithoff, ball taken to the backcourt. Could have been a foul called. Ball goes out of bounds. Trying to save it was the hustle of Jaden Wilson, but he tipped the ball out of bounds. And again, that pressure defense there in the backcourt disrupting Steeleville. They outlet pass Carter. They got behind the Carterville defense, and it was Nate Whithoff that gets the bucket. The runner, no good by Logan Engel. Here come the Warriors. A chance to tie. And a blocking foul. We talked about Alex Kimbrough. He just picked up his second foul.
Yep. I can't afford him to be out of the lineup for long.
So Connor Brown, the 6'3 junior, has a pair of free throws coming. So now you've got Kimbrough with 2, Caden Wilson with 2, Parker Poole with 2, Colton Hawkins with 3, and Connor Brown could not hit the first free throw.
Both teams are shooting pretty poorly at the free throw line.
So here comes Caden Wilson to replace Alex Kimbrough. Caden playing with 2 fouls as well. The second free throw on the way from Connor Brown. No good, way off the mark. Ball's on the floor, and Carterville comes away with it. Finally, it's Caden Wilson that picks it up off the floor. Drives his way in. There's a bump foul on Nate Whithoff as he rode Caden Wilson like a horse down that far sideline.
Can't believe it took that long to make the call.
I know. And so
used to say, give him a saddle. That's what used to say, right? The old days.
So, Caden Wilson, who's looking to score. He had 13 in the win over Jabot Saturday night, trying to pick up his first point here. He'll do it from the free throw line. And he gets his first point. I was looking at stats and I failed to write down what the Lions did from the stripe Saturday night. Second free throw from Wilson's good, nothing but net. 2:20 remaining, Lions back up 5. It's 23-18 here in the second quarter. Coming up, we'll have our Shawnee Health halftime report. We'll go through, wrap up the scoring here in the first half as the shot no good, but the Warriors get the rebound. Ruby to the lane off the glass and good. 9 for Cannon Ruby. That's his first bucket here in the second quarter. 2 minutes exactly, and we have a 3-point ball game. Lions up 23-20. And a turnover. Turnover number 3 here in the second quarter. Ruby converts the other way. He's got 11. It's made it a 1-point ball game. 23-22. Caden Wilson crosses over to the low block, spins, left-hander, good. Jaden Wilson back to a 3-point Lion lead. Here they come into the front court, putting pressure in the back court. Getting behind the defense, the runner good for Connor Brown. Good heads-up pass. Excuse me, found Brown in the back behind the defender. Back to a 1-point game, 25-24. Lions up 1 with the ball. Corner right, Lustenberger. Runner with the left hand, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Parker Feeney. And so Mac Harper Lustenberger has 2 free throws coming. Clock stopped with 59 seconds until halftime. Shane Hawkins showing how to shoot the layup, as the first free throw is no good. Quick substitution for Aaron Feeney. Gets Trenton Ingalls on the floor. Coming out, Tyler Ingalls. I'm assuming they're related. Second free throw from Lusty is no good. And Logan Ingle gets the rebound off the glass. His shot no good. Outlet pass on the run. Here comes Connor Brown. Lobs it for Connor Ruby. Cannon Ruby, and he's got 13. He had 7 in the first quarter. He's got 6 here in the second. And Steeleville has the 1-point lead here at the 41-second mark. Cannon Ruby goes to the bench. He must be gassed. I wouldn't pull him. He's been hot. Caden Wilson. Runner's good for Caden. 4. But Carterville's defense doesn't get back as Colin Ballette gets behind. That's about the 4th time the Lions D has been beat.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by that.
That'll be a topic of conversation with Shane Hawkins.
Should be.
Look at Caden Wilson. Head fakes his way into the paint. 6 for Caden. Lions up 1, 13 seconds. Ball on the floor. Diving after it.
Steal.
Carterville comes away with it. Feed to Ingle off the glass and good. Nice run. Almost picked off by Max Lustenberger, and that ends the first quarter. Strong way to finish off the quarter. And the Lions lead it 31-28. It was 15-13. Lions up at the end of 1. And here at halftime, they have a 3-point lead, 31-28. That was a heck of a first half for both of these teams. We're going to go on and take a break and get into our Shawnee Health halftime report. John Homan alongside. I'm Dave McKenzie. This is Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
The seasons are changing, and it's getting colder. And your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go.
By the way, the Lions were 11 of 14 from the line on Saturday night. 11 of 14. Tonight, not nearly as good. 9 of 14.
No gimmicks. Whether a fix or a whole new
those 2 misses make a big difference.
Charlie's for top quality York products.
Yeah, it does.
Kimbrough has 3 misses. Well, I'm sorry, they're worse than that. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2. Let me double check. 3. Oh, that's right. 9 of 14.
I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location.
Hold on here, Mike. I've double checked that. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Offer comprehensive care for every member of your family.
6, 8, 9 made.
Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy.
6 misses, 9 of 15, not 9 of 14, 9 of 15.
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937.
How long you want me to take here, Dave?
Checking and savings accounts,
90.
loans, and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and
this should be, you can come back
staff,
after this, I
our
think.
outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. Find out more at bankofheron.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Trico High School. Dave McKenzie alongside John Homan, where we are at the half, and the Lions in a back-and-forth battle between these two teams. Pretty evenly matched, I would say, John Homan, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so. Both teams are very solid defensive teams. Both teams are struggling at times on the offensive side because of that good defense by both teams. Carterville's a little bit more athletic, but going to shoot the ball better in the second half than it did in the first half. The Lions only 11 of 26 from the field, and I think that's around 45%. I've not had a chance to total it up yet, but and also only 9 of 15 from the free throw line. So the shooting needs to be a little bit better at the free throw line and from the field for the Lions in the second half.
when you look at the scoring, we'll start first for the Steeleville Warriors. I tell you what, this Cannon Ruby is everything he's advertised to be. He's had an outstanding first half. He had 7 first quarter points. He had 6 here in the second quarter, 13 to lead all scorers here this evening. When you look at other scores in the scorebook for the Warriors and Coach Aaron Feeney, 2 for Parker Feeney, 2 for Colin Vallette, 4 in the game for Tyler Ingalls, 2 from Connor Brown, 3 from Nate Whithoff, and 2 for Hayden Sternberg. Both his points come from the free throw line. That takes care of the 28 points scored by the Steeleville Warriors. Carterville, on the other hand, they're led by the 9 points from Alex Kimbrough. He had a strong, especially strong first quarter, 6 first quarter points. He's got 3 here in the second quarter to give him 9 at the half. 6 in the game for Caden Wilson, 5 in the game from Parker Poole, 4 for Logan Engel. Then you have Maddox Gully with 2 from Jaden Wilson, 2 from Zach Snow, and Max Lustenberger hit 1 free throw there in the second quarter. And that's where we stand. Carterville has a 3-point lead, 31-27. When you look at the turnover battle, pretty even right there. Unofficially, 8 turnovers in the first half on the Warriors, 9 on the Lions. They had 6 first quarter turnovers, then just 3 according to our count here in the second quarter. That's where we stand. It's 31-28, our score here at half. We're glad to have you hanging with us here as the Lions playing in this invitational. If you missed it, any of the action, we'll go through and recap all of the scores. Saturday night, the tournament started with the first night games. It was Carterville, of course, beating Chabot by 30, 68-38 on Saturday night. In that second game, Redbud took care of the host Trico Pioneers 44-42. There were games on Monday night that saw Steeleville beat Redbud. Redbud now with 1-1 in the tournament. That was a 64-41 win for the Steeleville Warriors team. Trico got beat in overtime for their second loss of the tournament by Chabot, 46-42. And then the game right before ours this evening saw Chabot hold off Redbud 52-51. So Redbud now 1-2 on this young season.
Well, I mentioned the shooting. Steeleville's free throw shooting is horrendous. I thought Carterville's was mediocre at 9 of 15, but Steeleville was 5 of 13 from the charity stripe in the first half. Another reason why they trail on the scoreboard by 3. They are shooting the ball better from the field because they're getting some run-out layups. They're 11 out of 20 from the field, 1 out of 2 on threes. Carterville, 11 of 26 from the field, 0 for 7 on threes. So there's your difference right there. The Lions, I think, are quite fortunate to be in the lead at the half.
Absolutely, and you know, with the shooting way off from what they had on Saturday night. Yeah. They shot 41%, 7 of 17 from three-point land on Saturday.
Yeah.
They shot 66, almost 67% on 18 of 27 field goal-wise on Saturday night. So, you know, I think one of the probably the biggest topic of conversation is going to be eliminate the dumb fouls, which we saw early in the game.
Right.
But then you got to get back. You can't let that Steeleville Warrior offense get behind you. And they did that, 4 times there in that first half. And I'm sure that is going to be a big topic of conversation.
Well, to be as athletic as Carterville is, you can't let that happen. I know that they're going, really all out to try to get turnovers in the backcourt. But you can't expose your defense to the point where you have all 5 of your guys up and there's an opening behind you. So that definitely should be addressed and will be addressed at the half.
31-28 is our score here at the halftime break. I was looking through some scores that I usually see some updates. Here's a couple for you. Woodlawn beat Carlisle Carlisle beat Woodlawn tonight, 40-35. Also, Chabot, as we mentioned, beat Redbud 52-51.
I have one other score over at the DuQuoin Classic. Cairo defeats DuQuoin in the early game, 60 69-59. So DuQuoin 0-2 in its own tourney. Cairo improves to 1-1, I believe.
We're going to go on and take our final break here on our Shawnee Health halftime report. Lions lead this one 31-28. The Warriors are on the floor. Lions are going to be coming out momentarily. Second half action coming at you in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
At the Bank of Heron, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really, what you need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news. With the Bank of Heron mobile banking app, you can manage debit cards, find bank locations, monitor accounts.
Everything good on your end, bud?
Just a few of the ways our
Oh, yeah, we're good here.
Still sound okay?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
The Bank of Heron. It's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's-only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Want to know one of the best ways to show yours?
Welcome back to Trico High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you as we're getting you set for second half action. Lions have the 3-point lead as we start play here in the second half, trying to improve to 2-0 on the season. Both of these teams, Lions are up 31-28. The Warriors, the first team onto the floor. Lions break the huddle with Coach Shane Hawkins and his staff. Score was 15-13 Lions at the end of the first. A 2-point lead, and here they have a 3-point lead starting with the ball here in the second half. They throw it into the backcourt, and Caden Wilson takes the point for the Lions, and officials stop the play. They wanted the clock to go. Apparently it had stopped. So we'll try again. Colton Hawkins starts the second half here. He's playing with 3 fouls, and he picked up those 3 fouls in about the first 2.5 minutes of the game. Spin move by Hawkins. Caden Wilson off the right wing to Hawkins. Hawkins inside the arc, right side to the low block, got hit from behind, and the foul is going to be on Tyler Ingalls, and that's going to be first team foul on Steeleville. Lions trigger in. They get it into Poole. Poole here on the right side to the elbow, pulls up, finds the cutter Kimbrough, off the glass, too strong, and the rebound is grabbed by Cale Newby for the Warriors. Behind the back dribble, here comes Kimbrough, almost stole it. To Cannon Ruby up top. Now it's going to be Tyler Ingalls that takes the point for the Warriors. Moving right to left here on your radio dial. Out to the right side, that is Sternberg to the corner. Baseline cut off by Kimbrough once again, and now it's Ruby that has it. Between the circles, backs it up. Minute gone, Lions up 3, 31-28. Tyler Ingalls with Hawkins on him, playing with those 3 fouls. Got an opening, and the runner is good for Tyler Ingalls as he gets the layup. And that makes it a 1-point ball game. Lions up 1. Feed it down low. Kimbrough gets fouled, and the foul is going to be on Cale Newby. So Alex, man, he plays the contact, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He knows how to draw it, and he often finds ways to score drawing the contact.
So at the line, Kimbrough who had 8 first-half points, hits the first one here. That's his 4th free throw made this evening. He's in double digits with 10. The left-hander's second free throw, good, nothing but net. 11 gives the Lions a 3-point lead. Tyler Ingles rather, for the Warriors. Breaks the timeline, has Hawkins on him. Hawkins playing good tight defense even with those fouls. Driving into the low block, off the glass a little bit short. Ball's tipped around, Sternberg gets fouled. And Colton Hawkins may have just picked up foul number 4 as he walks away with his arms on his head. And so that's going to bring Zach Snow in to replace Colton Hawkins.
Wow. I tell you, he's just one of those bad nights for Colton. Nothing going right for him.
Hayden Sternberg's free throw is good. Colton can't believe it, goes and sets down. So Zach Snow comes in to replace Hawkins. Sternberg, the 6'4 senior, he's got 3 in the game. Second free throw, rims out. Long rebound out of bounds. Should be Carterville ball. It is. 33-31 is our score here in this third quarter. Lions. Caden Wilson in the backcourt. Drives it into the front court. To the block. Bumps off the defender. Kisses the glass and good. Caden Wilson now has 8. Lions back up 4, 35-31. Down low. Carterville's defense surrounds Sternberg. He kicks it out. He finds Withoff. Withoff to the glass, too strong, but Sternberg cleans it up. 5 now for Sternberg. Back to a 2-point game, 35-33 Lions. Max going, crosses over, dishes it left side. 3 from Wilson, in and out, no good. And it's Ruby that gets the rebound. His outlet pass to Tyler Ingles, the runner, no good. Parker Poole couldn't grab hold of the rebound. It's going to stay with the Warriors.
Again, beating the Lions down the floor, in transition.
Steeleville ball, far baseline. They get it to Sternberg. Forces his way in the paint, off the glass and good. He's kind of taken over here. He's got 5 here in the first 2.5 minutes of this third quarter. 7 in the game for Sternberg, makes it a 35-35 game. Jumper from Snow is good. And we got a timeout that's called by Coach Shane Hawkins. 30-second timeout. Lions up 2, 37-35 with 5:21 remaining in the third. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
Like I said, championship game right here.
Yep. It's being played like that, too.
I think both teams know it. Make sure you're bringing those brass monkeys tonight there, Dave. Be a little chilly.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson and the city of Carterville, reminding you of the city's upcoming holiday events. The Lighted Christmas Parade, Friday night, 6:30. It's going to run on Division Street from School Street south to First Baptist Church. And then next weekend, next Saturday, from 5 until 8, it's Downtown Christmas in Carterville. You can find more information online. Visit Carterville.com. That website is visitcarterville.com. Mayor, City of Carterville says, let's go Lions. That's what the broadcasters say, too. Up to 37-35. Steeleville basketball, though, coming out of the timeout. Baseline runner good, up and under. Reverse layup from Colin Vallette. Gives him 4, ties the game at 37. Caden Wilson crosses over, got to the paint, puts it up, good.
He's coming on strong.
Yes, he is. He's got 10. Lions up 2, and a steal. The first turnover by the Warriors here in the third. Snow dishes it corner left, open 3, in for Jaden Wilson.
That'll help the confidence.
Lions up 5 quickly, 42-47. Step back three, no good from the Warriors. And Tyler Ingles put up the shot and a foul. And the foul is going to be on Carterville.
Is it? No, it's not.
Maybe not. Didn't see who it was on. Maybe it is on Tyler Ingles as he went over the back. I was going to say, I thought there was a foul. It should have been on number 24. So the turnover, that's turnover number 2 on Steeleville here in the third. Lions chance to extend this 5-point lead, 42-37. That's Jaden Wilson. Bounce pass to Poole off the glass and good. What a feed to Parker Poole from Jaden Wilson. Poole was 7. The Lions are up 7. Warriors have it. Left wing. Down to the low block. Reverse layup once again. No good. And Kimbrough grabs the board. He gets tied up. Jump ball. And the possession arrow has it pointing towards Steeleville. The officials, 2 of the officials want to come together and have a conversation. As they're standing at midcourt. Not clear on what this is.
They're going to call a foul on somebody.
Yep.
That would appears what they're going to do. Or they're going to call a jump ball. Let's see.
Yeah, it was hard to tell if he had his thumbs up saying jump ball. Possession arrow does keep it with the Warriors, so no fouls. Nice feed, but the shot blocked. Yeah. Caden Wilson got a hand on it, and he gets the ball. Turnover number 3 on the Warriors here in the third. Poole inside the arc from the elbow. Floater no good. Long rebound controlled by Steeleville. On the run, there goes Tyler Ingles. Has Poole draped on him. They feed it top of the key in stride 3. No good for Cannon Ruby. And the ball tied up again. This time the possession arrow is pointing to the team in blue.
The back, I think, isn't it?
No, tied
this is a jump ball? Okay.
So the Lions get it back.
Nice surge by Carterville here in the midway point of the third quarter.
7-point lead. They're up 44-37.
Biggest lead of the game.
Still 3.5 remaining here in the third. Got to get it in, and they do. Here comes Kimbrough. Speeds into the front court to the left side. Crosses up, takes it to the paint. Shot partially blocked. Tipped around. Poole gets it. Now it's Wilson. 3 straight away. Short. Kimbrough battling for the board. And it comes down to Whithoff. And a foul is going to be called on Carterville, and that's going to be on Jaden Wilson. Jaden just picked up his first foul. Shane Hawkins exasperated over on the sideline. It's going to belong to the Warriors, though. Here comes Cannon Ruby. Feeds it to the right wing. That's Ballette. Now it's Whithoff. Whithoff skip pass left wing. Ruby takes it from there. Jabs in on Wilson. Cut off on the baseline. Threw it away. Turnover. Good defense once again. Forces the turnover.
Yep.
And that is 12 turnovers in the game on the Warriors.
See if the Lions can take advantage and maybe get a double-digit lead out of it.
Corner left 3, air ball over the top. Parker Poole just picked up a foul. Went over the back to pick up his 3rd foul. So Poole with 3, Colton Hawkins with 4 fouls. And then you have Caden Wilson and Alex Kimbrough each playing with 2 fouls here in this second half. 2:48 remaining. Lions up 7, 44-37. We're at the Trico Invitational. Carterville's going to be playing on Friday night when they take on Redbud at 6 o'clock. Warriors spin move to the paint, puts it off the glass, and it goes for Nate Whithoff. 5 in the game for Whithoff. His first bucket in the second half. Kimbrough with the defender riding him down the length of the floor. Gets fouled,
and
that is going to be Sternberg. Should be Sternberg that picks up the foul. Nope, they're going to call it on Trenton Ingles, and that's going to be the 3rd on Trenton.
Thought that was the right call. He was riding him all the way down.
Well, after so long, I figured he was go for the wrist slap instead of the whip that was on his back.
The riding crop?
The riding crop.
Exactly.
Kimbrough misses the first free throw. 44-39. Second, though, is good. Alex now with a dozen in the game. He's having a good ball. Just a great start to the season for Alex Kimbrough. Driving in. Here comes Withoff off the glass and good. Nate, 4 in the second half, gives him 7, cuts the lead to 4. Lions up 45-41, under 2 to play. Into the front court, that's Wilson. Jaden throws it to Poole. Poole takes it. Now he finds Logan Engel. Kimbrough couldn't control the pass. That's the first turnover of the second half for the Lions, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Warriors.
Well, this is when you start to think the Lions might pull away. Here comes Steeleville again.
And Alex Kimbrough is going to get a breather. Zach Snow comes off the bench for Shane Hawkins. It's going to belong with the Warriors. Baseline, they lob it up top. That is Withoff. It takes it, lost the handle. That's the 5th turnover now on Steeleville here in the 3rd. They find Jaden Wilson, now to Parker Poole. To the paint, spins in off the right low block, can't get it to go. Good shot. Just a little too strong, and Withoff brings it across the timeline for the Warriors with 1:15 remaining. Lions have the 4-point lead. It's 45-41. Right wing to Rednauer. Rednauer with Wilson on him. Now to the left side, they find Connor Ruby. Top of the key, straight away 3 from Parker Feeney. Air ball way off the
they didn't get the rebound either.
Withoff gets the board off the glass and good. Nate Withoff has come alive here in the second half. He's got 9 in the game and makes it a 2-point ball game. Lions up 45-43. Straight away, Jaden Wilson, left-hand runner, good. That little head fake gave him all the room he needed. He's got the touch. Back to 4-point lead, 47-43. What a good ball game. Top of the key, Rednauer. For the Warriors, will they hold for the final shot? Connor Ruby out toward the right wing. Dribbles with the left hand up to the logo. Now works it back to the right side. Crosses over. Good switch defensively by the Lions. Behind the back feed. He found Sternberg coming down the lane. Sternberg finishes. Makes it a 2-point ball game. Lions with 5 on the clock. Long range 3. Good! He had to touch it. Hit right at the base of the rim. And Caden Wilson pops the 3 to push the lead to 5 points. Carterville leads it 50-45 as we are now heading to the 4th quarter. Lions up by 5, 50-45. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on NewsRadio WJPF.
Friendly touch.
Yes, it was. Everybody that's listening, once I get home and get settled in, I'll get this video posted on YouTube so you can go back and watch it later. Just having Wi-Fi issues here at Trico. I apologize. But
not much you can do about it.
Not much I can do.
No.
But I can record it and we'll have it posted later.
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
We have a dandy ball game going on here at Trico. Each of these teams trying to pick up win number 2 on the season. As we head to the 4th quarter, Lions are up 5. It's 50-45. And the ball is going to belong to Steeleville as we start play here in the 4th quarter. The final 8 minutes, who's going to win it? Stick around. Warriors have it. Newby. Cross midcourt. Now to Feeney. Feeney just off the left wing. Drives inside to Art. To the baseline. Pulls up off the glass. The defense broke down, and Parker Feeney took advantage of it.
Just kind of big. 3-1 away. Well, big turnaround right there, Dave.
Yes, it was. They call the foul on the Lions, and it's going to be on Jaden Wilson. Picks up his second, and so now Cannon Ruby at the line. Did he make the bucket?
He made the bucket, and it was a turnover on the inbound pass from Jaden Wilson.
So Ruby has the touch on the free throw, and guess what? Steeleville has tied this game 50-50. 7.5 to play here in the game at Trico in the Invitational. Feed to Poole. Poole gets it to Hawkins. Skip past to Wilson. Open three. No good. Kimbrough the rebound. Put back off the glass. No good. Battle for the tip. Steeleville comes away with it. Newby grabs it. Tied up. Still 50-50. Steeleville with the ball. Ruby into the arc. Right side at the elbow. Dishes it off. Finds Feeney. Feeney top of the key. Left side now to Rednauer. Rednauer across the top of the key to the right side. Ruby takes it from there. Between the circles. Hawkins on him defensively playing with those 4 fouls. Ruby got open for a 3. Missed it. And Caden Wilson gets the board for the Lions. He brings it across midcourt himself. 6.5 remaining. Tied at 50. Carterville moving left to right in their road blue uniforms with the white numbers on the back. Jaden Wilson to Connor Hawkins. Connor bumps into the defender, makes space. Wilson's 3 no good. Hawkins gets the board. Right side, Jaden Wilson head fake. Inside to Art, finds the cutter. Kimbrough gets fouled as Newby got into the back of Alex Kimbrough. And Alex is going to have 2 free throws. Cale Newby just picked up his 3rd foul.
Carterville just not shooting 3 particularly well tonight, and that's something that's really.
I think we only have one, right?
Well, had none in the first half, but Caden Wilson hit 1 and Jaden Wilson's hit 1.
Oh, yep, I see that. Free throw no good from Alex Kimbrough. This Lions broadcast brought to you by IBEW Local 702. Providing a better lifestyle for members, better life for all. Let's go Lions. Kimbrough's second brings out as well. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to belong to the Steeleville Warriors. 6:12 showing on the clock. That's all that's left. Whithoff forces his way into the front court. Behind the back dribble, left side. Head fake by Newby. Into the paint, finds Whithoff straight away. Back and forth across behind the back into the backcourt. And that is going to be the first turnover on Steeleville here in the 4th quarter. They had 5 turnovers there in the 3rd quarter. So Carterville gets the ball. Here comes Hawkins to the rim, the layup, good, and the foul! Colton Hawkins gets the bucket.
I like the aggressiveness. It's not been a good night for Colton with the foul problems, but when he got the ball in a little bit of an opening, he took it right to the rack.
Well, you have to just ignore everything that's happened up until this. And just play hard here the rest of the game. Didn't see who the foul was on as they didn't post it. And Hawkins can't complete the 3-point play. And the Warriors come away with it. Lions up 2, 52-50. Cutter, Sternberg, good. He's got 11. Ties it up at 52. Lions beat this Steeleville team last year 69-56. We're tied 52-52 here this evening. 5.5 remaining. Caden Wilson Goes toward the left hash. Crosses up into the paint. Finds Poole. Poole gets fouled from behind. Cannon Ruby picks up the foul. That's going to be the second on Ruby. Parker Poole has a pair of free throws coming. Parker tonight, he's got 7. He had 13 in that first game against Jabot on Saturday. Parker, the senior, his free throw, too strong.
Free throws have really been
just overall shooting tonight has not been
shooting. Very poor shooting by the Lions.
Field goal, 3-point, free throw.
Yeah.
That first half, the Lions. That one's short again. Caden Wilson traveled with the ball. It wasn't called. Lions keep it. Poole in the paint. Needs help. Finds the cutter. Snow gets it to go. Zach with 6. Lions back up 2. 54-52. Here are the Warriors. Whithoff across the top of the key. Kimbrough on him defensively. Fights his way to the baseline, reverses, throws it into the paint, and a travel is called on Tyler Ingles. And that is the second turnover on Steeleville here in this fourth quarter. Caden Wilson drives it into the front court, toward the hash in front of Shane Hawkins. On the far side of the floor, Colton Hawkins, shake and bake up top, puts up the shot, off the mark, no good. Sternberg the board for Steeleville. Not a good look there on that shot. Ruby crosses up between the circles, left side. That is Whithoff. Now up top, back to Ruby out on the right wing. He drives in against Jaden Wilson. Good defense, but he got his way around it. Cannon Ruby now with 18 here this evening. Makes it a 54-54 game. Alex Kimbrough to the rim. Off the glass goes. I don't know how he got that to fall, but he did. 14 for Alex Kimbrough. 56-54. Lions up 2. Warriors in the front court. Into the paint. Brown misses the shot. Lions get the rebound. No foul called. Key stays with Steeleville. Down low off the glass. No good. Battle for the rebound again. Hawkins called the timeout. And they're going to say that he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Colton tried to call the timeout as he was fading into the out of bounds area.
Lions just could not secure a rebound. They had every opportunity, but they just could not get the rebound on the defensive end, and Steeleville will get the third shot at it here to score.
Wild and crazy here the last 60 seconds. Lions up 2, 56-54. Off the glass, no good, and Parker Poole gets the board for Carterville. Outlet pass to Kimbrough. Here he comes into the front court. On the right wing, and a timeout is called by Shane Hawkins. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We have 3:14 left. Lions are up 2, 56-54. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their #1 priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling for men, women, and children. They offer cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome. They're right there on South Division Street in Carterville. It's Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. Also brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend, Polar Whip and Energy, a Southern Illinois tradition featuring car hops. You can call ahead 618-988-9210. They'll have your food waiting for you when you get there. The ball was thrown away. Carterville turns it over. And that is going to be the first turnover here in the fourth quarter on Carterville. Lions nursing a 2-point lead, 56-54. The length of the floor. Now out to the left wing to Brown. Brown into the low block, feeds it down low. Sternberg flopped, couldn't get the shot off. Ball comes out, and a three-pointer from up top from Tyler Ingalls. And that is the second three-pointer for Steeleville, giving them the 1-point lead with a timeout here with 2:54 remaining in the game. 57-56, Lions down 1. We'll be back in 60 here on News Radio WJPF.
One of the best ways to show your Saluki pride. I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702 represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Thank you to our boosters, including Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-age children, as well as pre-K and Head Start. The best care anywhere at Malone's Early Learning Center. Lions trail by 1. They have the ball. The first time they've been down.
It's 4-0, I think, right? Yeah.
57-56. Warriors with the ball. Carterville, or with the lead. Carterville has the ball. Out to the left side, wing three. No good from Jaden Wilson. And it's Cannon Ruby that gets the board for Steeleville. 2:25 remaining. Good ball game here at Trico at the Invitational. Lions have been pretty well in control most of the game, and except for what John said, it's 4-0 Steeleville. But now Steeleville has just regained the lead. They're up 1. They have the ball here. 2 minutes remaining. Steve McKenzie, John Homan with you. Each of these teams, 1 win on the season, trying to go and pick up their second win. Running some clock here, do the Warriors. That was an open shot they passed up, so they're wanting to run some clock. Coach Aaron Feeney wants to burn up the clock. Alex Kimbrough just picked up his 3rd personal foul. That is team foul number 2 on the Lions here in this fourth quarter. So Zach Snow comes in to replace Colton Hawkins. Colton has done a good job playing with those 4 fouls. He picked up 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes of this game. Didn't play the remainder of the first half. But he's hung in there here in the second half. So it's going to be Steeleville basketball out on the far sideline by the scorer's bench. Warriors with a 1-point lead, 57-56. Long pass thrown from one sideline to the other. The 3rd turnover here.
It's a break.
In the fourth quarter, giving it back to the Lions.
Definitely caught a break there.
Yes, we did. Threw it about 2 rows deep into the crowd. So Carterville gets it in. Jaden Wilson gets the play call from Shane Hawkins. Brings his dribble to the near side. Crosses up, takes it top of the key. Straight away, Colton Hawkins thought about the shot. Runner, no good. Just can't get it to go. And the Warriors get the rebound. The 1-point lead. Cannon Ruby, the runner is good. He's 20. He's got 20 here tonight. And it's a 3-point Steeleville lead. As Alex Kimbrough misses the left-hand layup. And the Warriors get the rebound. Carterville's got to come out with 1:05 remaining, and a foul called on Kimbrough is going to be his 4th, but to stop the clock with 65 seconds left. And that is the third team foul on Carterville. Colton Hawkins comes out of the game. Zach Snow back in. And a timeout called by Shane Hawkins. 65 seconds remaining. Steeleville, they had a 4-point lead to start the game. They've got a 3-point lead with 65 seconds remaining. And a full timeout taken by the Lions here on News Radio WJPF.
With their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25 and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIUCU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Trico High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. Here's the situation. Just 65 seconds remain in this game. Lions trail by 3, 59-56. John Homan.
Well, you're right, and the Lions have just kind of shot themselves in the foot. I mean, they had controlled this game, let it get away. Steeleville's just kept coming at them, and Lions still have a chance to pull it out, but they're going to have to find a way.
And it's not turnovers. It's not turnovers that have hurt the Lions. It's just flat, cold shooting.
Bad shooting tonight, yes, indeed.
So it's Steeleville basketball. And a bump foul going to be called on Logan Engel to stop the clock with 62 seconds remaining. His second, fourth team foul on the Lions.
I don't think I'd be fouling Ruby.
No. So triggering in from the far sideline, Tyler Ingalls. He finds Whithoff. Whithoff reverses it back up top, so Steeleville looks like they want to hold the ball, and Parker Poole just picked up his fourth foul to stop the clock at 57 seconds remaining. And so Hayden Sternberg, who had just 2 points at the end of the first half, had 7 in that third quarter. He's got a field goal here, and he misses the free throw.
That helps a little bit.
That does help. Colton Hawkins comes in to get Zach Snow. So Sternberg, the senior, second free throw off the mark as well. Parker Poole gets the board for Carterville. Lions trail by 3. 59-56, 50 seconds remaining. Here comes Caden Wilson to the hole. He got too far under. Parker Poole grabbed it. Carterville saves it. Now the Warriors. Outlet pass to Ruby. The layup is good. 22 for Ruby. 5-point lead. 61-56. Colton Hawkins just wings it at the rim. With 30 seconds left, terrible shot from Colton. And he fouls, pick up his 5th foul. Zach Snow comes in to replace Colton Hawkins, who just fouled out. With 23 seconds left in the game. And at the line for the Warriors, Nate Whithoff with 9 points, a chance to ice it here with 23 seconds left, in his first free throw, no good. 5-point lead, a 2-possession game.
Both teams have shot poorly from the line tonight, very poorly.
Whithoff second. Too strong. Rebound comes to Alex Kimbrough. Opportunity for the Lions, and they throw it away. Alex's pass over the head of Jaden Wilson. Timeout on the floor, so a substitution can come in as Whithoff is going out for Coach Aaron Feeney, and Parker Feeney comes in to replace him. 17-16, 5-point game, timeout or a foul on Caden Wilson, his third, and that's going to put Cannon Ruby at the line. John said earlier you don't want to foul Ruby, but he's got 22 points in the game. He is as advertised. He's had an outstanding ball game. He misses the first.
There you go. I jinxed him.
So you're saying there's a chance?
A very small chance, but a chance.
It's a 2-possession game, even if he makes this.
Right.
14.7. Second free throw, good. 23 for Ruby. Here comes Caden Hawkins. Ball slapped away. Ball on the floor, wasting time. 9 seconds. Launches the three, no good. Ball's tipped around. Parker Poole, step back three, corner left. No good. 2 opportunities. Steeleville gets it. They run out the clock. 62 to 56 is our final score here at Trico. The Steeleville Warriors knock off the Carterville Lions and come from behind fashion here at the Trico Invitational. 62 to 56, the final score. Steeleville now 2-0 on the season. Carterville Lions are 1-1. John, what a ball game.
It was a good, very entertaining game. A partisan Steeleville crowd. They have about 3 times the fans here than the Lions because they're so much closer. But a great game. Both teams played well defensively. Both teams did not really play that great offensively, especially shooting at the free throw line. But down the stretch, Steeleville played better than Carterville and erased that 5-point deficit and was not to be denied.
62-56, the final score here at Trico. We're going to get into our first Southern Bank post-game show. We'll be hearing from Coach Shane Hawkins as well. Stay with us here on News Radio WJPF back in 90.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville
Doggone
is
it.
one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation.
Welcome back to Trico High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. This is our first Southern Bank postgame show where the Steeleville Warriors just beat the Carterville Lions 62 to 56 here at the Trico Invitational. And it was not a pretty game by any stretch of the imagination. Not good shooting by either team. But a 5-point lead for the Lions was erased late. Steeleville comes away with the 6-point win over Carterville. Steeleville now 2-1 for Coach Aaron Feeney. Shane Hawkins, Carterville Lions now 1-1 on the season to start things off. Now, Carterville's going to be back in action coming up on Friday night when they take on Redbud. That's going to be the early game here at the Trico tournament, 6 o'clock. And they'll play on Saturday when they take on the host team, Trico Pioneers, 7:45 on Saturday night. Next game coming up for Steeleville, it's going to be that rivalry with Trico. That's the 7:45 game for Steeleville coming up on Friday night. They'll play Jabot coming up on Saturday to wrap up their Trico Invitational. 62-56, the final score here as we go through the scoring. Let's start first with the Steeleville Warriors this evening. They were led. This guy, he was advertised as going to be outstanding this year. He was great last year for Steeleville, and that is Cannon Ruby. He led all scorers tonight as he finishes with 23 points. He had 7 in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter, and he has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 here in the fourth quarter to finish with 23 on the night for Steeleville, leading all scorers. Hayden Sternberg, an outstanding second half for Sternberg. He finishes with 11. Those are the two players in double digits for Steeleville. 9 points for Nate Withoff. 9 points also for Tyler Ingalls in the game. He had 2 3-pointers. He had actually the only 2 threes for Steeleville this evening. 2 for Connor Brown. 4 in the game for Colin Villette. 4 in the game for Parker Feeney, and 2 for Connor Brown. I think I already mentioned him, as Steeleville scores 62 points. Carterville led in scoring tonight. The 14 from Alex Kimbrough, 13 in the game from Caden Wilson, 7 tonight for Jaden Wilson, 6 for Zach Snow, 7 for Parker Poole, 2 for Maddox Gully, 1 for Max Lustenberger. That was a free throw back in the first half, and 4 for Logan Ingle tonight. The final score, 62-56. Steeleville gets the win.
Just a tough loss. I mean, the good news is it's early. You're trying to figure out rotations. Carterville played, 12 kids, 11 or 12 kids tonight, just about everybody. Some kids got minutes tonight. We didn't really know would get the minutes tonight. But, when you lose Colton Hawkins to foul trouble so early, like they did, that was huge. He picks up his third foul at the 5:58 mark of the first quarter. So he barely played 2 minutes, and he had 3 fouls. He didn't come back to the second half, and he picks up his 4th foul, just like that. He fouls out at the end of the game when it didn't matter so much. But that's the big part of your offense, to just be sitting on the bench all night long.
And I said to you during the timeout, this game, Carterville, they only had 12 turnovers on the night, 16 for Steeleville. This wasn't a game that was won or lost because of turnovers. It was just not good shooting for the Carterville Lions this evening.
No, you're right. It was not. It was poor shooting, and I'm trying to get to I had the total field goal, but I haven't gotten to the 3-point yet. But Carterville shot in the first half 11 of 26 from the floor, and then in the second half, not as good, 10 of 28. They were 21 of 54 by my count, unofficially, 21 of 54 from the field, 39%.
Wow.
That's not. They shot 50+ Saturday night.
Yeah, they did.
And then free throws were just not a little bit better. They were 9 of 15 in the first half, 3 of 9 in the second half, 12 of 24, a very pedestrian number, 50% from the charity stripe. And Steeleville was worse from the free throw line. Steeleville was 8 of 22 from the free throw line. My goodness, they're free throws for a reason. They're unguarded 15-footers. Goodness. And that I had them shooting, despite those woes from the line, they were 26 of 45 from the field, 57%. And so they got the better end of the shooting war against the Carterville Lions tonight.
62-56, the final score. We're going to go on and take a 60-second break here on our first Southern Bank postgame show. We're going to talk with head coach Shane Hawkins coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers,
We'll keep our invitation for next year. Don't have to worry about
Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Matheen Nexad and nurse practitioners,
We need to record a quick,
whatever you need.
Member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is.
And you were 0 for 7 on threes in the first half.
Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
Back at Trico High School, Dave McKenzie, John Homan, Coach Shane Hawkins joins us here on our post-game show for our John A. Logan coaches interview. Coach, that was just an ugly game, and it wasn't turnover ugly. It was just poor shooting, and it cost us a ball game.
Yeah, it was lack of defensive awareness. I liked our playing going in, but, man, you have to give some sort of effort defensively, and we did not. We were awful. They just whipped us off the bounce all night long, and it wasn't 1 or 2 players. It was 9 of them. They went and shot layups. They shoot over 50% from the field because they shot layups. I mean, they whipped us off the bounce to the rim and made layups.
This team got beat, and it is quick. We talk about the quickness of this Lions team, but probably a half dozen times Steeleville was able to get behind your defense and get easy layups, and that's exactly what you're talking about.
Well, we talked about it, that they play a little bit chaotic, and they want to go, and they'll get a defensive rebound, and they'll throw a 60-foot pass and then shoot a layup, and they got us 3 times in the last minute and a half or 2 minutes of the first half. I don't know how we were up at half. We were up 3 at half, and I mean, I had probably no business being even in the game the first half. I mean, just. My comment to them at the end of the first quarter was, I think we were at 15-11 or 15-12.
Yep.
Maybe the dumbest quarter of basketball I've seen in a long time at any level. We didn't do anything right, and our mistakes were bad. Couldn't run anything. Our fouls were stupid. We never adjusted to the game. I think we had 13 fouls the first half. I mean, I think they were shooting a bonus at like 5:30 in the first quarter.
Yeah, of course that was an advantage.
We went and fouled 5. Yeah, it turned out to be an advantage for us. Well, we didn't rebound it anyway, so it didn't matter. But it's just we never did learn. And we talk about guarding the ball and closeouts and giving length and giving space, and we just grinded on their hips all night long. And you had a crew that called it, and we fouled. We fouled way too much. But we talked about it. We've talked about it. I mean, every single day. Give them space. Use your length. Get a hand on the ball. And move your feet, and we couldn't do it. And they beat us to the middle of the floor. They beat us baseline. We had 0 help. I mean, they shot layups. I think they were 2 of 8 from the arc, and I don't know, 8 for 20-something from the free throw line. So, I mean, think about where their points got. They had 50, what, they have 61, 63, something like that?
Yep.
So they had 2 threes and 8 free throws is 14. The rest of their other 50, 48, 50 points were shooting layups.
Yeah.
They didn't shoot 15-foot jumpers. They shot point-blank layups. And a lot of times we fouled, and then they got the 3-point play.
Coach, your son Colton had a rough night. He gets behind the 8 ball on the fouls early. 3 fouls 2 minutes into the game. That sent him to the bench for the rest of the half. And you can't have him on the bench for an entire half.
But they were all on him. It was self-inflicted. I mean, his third one was stupid. They've already called him for 2, and then he tries to reach around at half court. They're going to call it. Yeah. I mean, that's being aware of the game. That's understanding the game. And he let his emotions get the best of him, and he spent the whole half on the bench. Spent most of the night on the bench. But that's something you got to grow from. You got to be able to learn from it, and we'll take this. I mean, like I told him earlier, we're going to watch this. We won't be on the floor tomorrow. We have to watch this. Classic example of not doing the things that we practice. And we had so many funky lineups in that we couldn't run anything because we had guys that, I don't know this position. Well, you got to play because everybody else is in foul trouble.
Yeah. Yep.
And it makes what we talk about is you have to be engaged in practice. You have to know what's going on because you never know when the call's coming your way. And we had some guys that came off the bench and played hard, but we were so limited because we couldn't run anything.
Coach, you talked before coming into this tournament that you were wanting to get some game tape to show these guys, and you just mentioned, and that was going to be what my question was. You could have them watch this entire game. Just turn it on and have them watch.
Well, yeah, and it's we got to wear this one. This will probably be referred to back a couple times throughout the season, but you have to be able to learn from it, and we were not mentally ready to play, and it showed. I mean, again, the first 2 minutes of the game was just atrocious. I mean, we fouled 5 times, and they don't really play that much off the bounce, but they found a couple mismatches on us, and they just pounded it off the floor to the rim, and credits to them. I mean, they outplayed us, and I told them right before we broke huddle, they are going to fight us. They are going to. They don't have a whole lot of 2A schools on their schedule. They are going to fight. This is one of the chances that they get to play at 2A school. This is their chance to show up. And man, they took a right to us, and they deserved to win it. I mean, even if we would have made a couple shots late and squeaked one out, we wouldn't have deserved to win it because we didn't deserve to win it over 32 minutes.
This happens in sports. It happens in the game of basketball. I saw just last night, Heron losing to Sparta. I mean, sometimes the better team doesn't always win. And I think you guys are the better team. You just didn't play well tonight. That's just the bottom line.
It's a 32-minute game.
Yeah.
It's who plays the best, who executes the best during that 32 minutes of the game. And it's in every sport. I mean, we're going to get ready and watch the college football playoffs. I mean, there's going to be something that happens. You watch college basketball every night, and it's like, how did a low major beat a high major? Well, because the high major didn't play that night. I mean, talent-wise, you line them up, and they play maybe 30 times, and the good team's going to win majority of them. But it's what happens in our case in a 32-minute game. And we talked about it. It's crazy. I mean, stupid things we say and talk to our guys about, but it's a 10-game tournament. The only games that we can control are the 4 that we play in. The other 6 games, it doesn't matter. The way that we have to be ready to play in our 4 games. And then if we take care of our business in those 4 games, then it doesn't really matter what happens in the other 6 games of the tournament. And we gave one away tonight for sure. And you have to learn from it. You have to learn from it. And we talk about it. I wish we could have like the teams from the past, because they've all had one. It's a 31-game season. You're going to have that one game where you're not locked in, and you're going to live with it. You're going to have to wear it for a long time. There's a game that you should have won that you got beat. You go back at every team and in every sport across the globe here, and you always lose one that you shouldn't. I wish we could get it across to it's 31 days you have to be ready, and we weren't ready to play tonight, and that's on me. And we'll get it fixed for Friday night.
Friday night, 6 o'clock against Redbud, and then wrap up the tournament here at the Trico Invitational Saturday, the final game when they take on the Trico Pioneers. Coach, thanks for stopping by.
All right, guys, we'll see you Friday.
62-56, the final score here this evening as the Steeleville Warriors get the win over the Carterville Lions here tonight. Carterville now 1-1 on the season, and Steeleville is 2-0.
We talked about this in the pregame that, when you play good defense and you shoot the ball well like the Lions did Saturday night, you often win. Well, tonight, the defense was not nearly as good as it was Saturday night. It was good at times, but it was not good for the entire game, and they shot the ball poorly compared to Saturday, and that's why they lost. Just that simple.
Just breaks it down easy, doesn't it?
It does.
62-56, the final score. As John and I will be back with you coming up Friday night. We'll have pregame coverage starting at 5:45. Tip-off is set for 6 o'clock against Redbud. For Gannon back at the station, thanks, buddy, for your help tonight. I'm Dave McKenzie, John Homan alongside. And we'll be back with you coming up Friday evening at 5:45. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. God bless everybody.
This has been a broadcast.
Thanks, bud.
of Lion Athletics.
No problem.
Thank you, Gannon.
Was brought to you in part by
No
Charlie's
problem.
Air Conditioning and Heating, Stephen Rich's Barber Styling, Malone's.
All right, let me stop this.